From independent music station KEXP, you're listening to In Our Headphones, a podcast about the songs that we just can't stop listening to. My name's Evie Stokes, and this week I'm so happy because I have a couple of friends here with me. My friend Larry Mizell Jr., who hosts the afternoon show on KEXP, and the lovely Chris Sanley, who is our music director here at KEXP. Hello to you both.
Hey.
Well, let's talk about some of our favorite releases of the year. Sound good?
Yeah.
Chris, when you think of your favorite album of 2025 or your favorite song, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
Anastasia. Hands down, she has just had me in a chokehold for the majority of this year, and I haven't been able to get over it, and I hope I never do. It's been an album I've been able to just return to time and time again, and it's really just, it's so anchored by her beautiful, haunting vocals. Like, that's all she really needs. It's just like her guitar, her poetry, and the voice. And that is just what a lot of the album is. And so many of the songs really just start with that very basic component, her and the guitar. And then she does end up adding these extra layers of instrumentation. So she's kind of like the queen of the crescendo throughout the course of the record. And I know when we last talked about her, we talked about the song Villain, which is just one of my absolute favorite songs.
Take it back. All that you lived within me. All the doubt and the lie.
Another one from the record that I keep going back to is Satisfy Me.
I heard it through the grapevine that you weren't having a very good time.
Which, really does just start her and that voice, and really just lyrically digs into a lot of the pressures that society places on women, on young women, especially in the music industry. And it really speaks to her story because she was discovered at 17 and just had all of this instant pressure on her after getting signed, trying to figure out what she wanted to do, what she had to say. So it took quite some time for her to actually release this debut album after some singles and EPs that had come out. And I'm glad she didn't let the pressure get to her. She really waited until she was ready and had the right things to say and had the right collection of songs. And it's a perfect album. This is my perfect 10 for 2025 for sure.
Larry, you were just raising the roof when she mentioned Anastasia.
Yeah.
You want to tell us why?
Yeah, because again, that's one of those records I forgot to put on my list. I'm whittling down, and I love Tether. It's such a good record. I think Overflow is one of the best songs of the year.
Put your feet in your pocket and go. It's not the same as in letting go. Put your cup out in the rain and watch it go. Quarter full, half full, to overflow.
And she's amazing. I got hip to her maybe 3 years ago through a mutual friend. He was like, you know about Anastasia, though, Mr. DJ? And I was like, no, who is this? And I was really digging the sound. But everything leading up to this record, amazing. A couple years ago, I was in Berlin, and I went to a mini Pitchfork Fest they were doing out there, and she was playing. And she blew me away. I mean, she's just giving Nina. She's giving Joan Armatrading.
Yes.
Just some of my favorite voices ever. And the session we did with her, unbelievably beautiful, and just... she's so cool, and she's kind of a veteran for a young singer making their debut album and has such a good perspective. And thank you for mentioning that record. It's really, really, really dope.
Yeah, I'm so glad you're such a fan too. And she's just got that timeless once in a century voices, you know? And I'm so excited to see and hear where she goes. And, you know, she's a multidisciplinary artist too. So like, if it's not music, she's going to always be creating in some way, shape, or form. And I think it's so cool that she has a lot of different outlets where she can express herself. And we're so lucky that music is one of them because we get to share that here at KEXP.
So, Chris, as you whittle down your top 10, Anastasia will be in the list. What else is definitely making it?
Most recently, I can't stop listening to the Rosalia album, Lux.
Ooh, tell me more.
This freaking record, I have to like watch my language here. It is so intricate and dynamic and lush, and she sings in 13 different languages throughout the course of the album. So you really go on this like global journey with her, which I think is so cool. And because her voice is so expressive and dynamic itself, like whether or not you actually understand the words she's singing at any given point in time, like there's something there that you can really like latch onto. Just the emotional depth she's able to express is really unlike anything else. And I think just like the orchestral music that you hear throughout the course of the record, these really intricate arrangements are so compelling, and you can kind of find something new to discover on the record every time you go back to it. And I think the song that I in particular keep going back to is Divinize.
Through my body you can see the love. Bruise me up a little of my pride. Know that I was made to divinize. Outside me, inside me, outside.
And that's one that sang in her native Catalan and English, kind of going back and forth. And I think it really like expresses this super powerful femininity, which I am really, really drawn to, and just kind of explores the mortality that we all kind of have to come and face on any given day. And yeah, just like anytime any friend's just like, what have you been listening to this past month? I'm like, well, here you go. I've listened to this on at least 12 different walks in the past week. And it's kind of got me in its clutches right now.
I feel like it came out at the perfect time of year, too.
Oh, yeah.
And I have to say, I love a dramatic string section. And when the first single came out, you know who I sent it to? This man right here, Larry Mizell Jr. Larry, have you been listening to this new album?
I have. Mm-hmm. I'm not a huge string and orchestra. Like, it doesn't immediately draw me in all the time.
Interesting.
Like, I want to hear some drums. You gotta give me with the beat. So this record has been... it's clearly like really dope, well considered, a lot of craft, and she's dope. And she's one of the leading lights in the Latin music explosion of the now. And I feel like so many artists of that ilk are doing like really confident and bold cultural work, recognizing the moment we're in. All that said, like I'm still processing on this one.
Yeah,
it's a lot to digest.
Yeah.
So I fully get that, and I think it is such an interesting turn, and that's something that we can always expect from her, is that the next thing is going to be unexpected. Like she's never going to recreate the same album twice. It's always going to be something completely different that really just showcases where her head is at, and just the theatrics that you get on this record. I think there's a lot going on.
I need a clean radio edit of that one with Eve Toomer, because he's really just shouting the obscenities at the end of that one.
I'll fuck you till you love me. I'll fuck you till you love me. I'll fuck you till you love me. Till you love me. Till you love me. Till you love me. Till you love me.
Did either of you listen to this Mandrake Handshake album this year?
I love that record so much.
This album called Earth-Sized Worlds. And I spent a lot of time with this record over the year, but then especially in like this last month, I've been moving, I've been driving a ton. And so this is one of those albums that you can press play on and just listen to straight through with no skips. And it's so beautiful, and these long, expansive, beautiful songs. tell that they've listened to Stereolab in their life. And though there's lots of bands that like come out from the Stereolab umbrella, I think that they fit into that field, but it's very psychedelic and trippy and fun and some good harmonies. And yeah. So Chris, you showed this to me. You love this album too.
Oh, absolutely. And to your point, like it is just a beautifully like fluid record where each song just kind of like blends effortlessly into the next. So you can really just put it on and play straight through. And it's such a wonderful, complete body of work, I think. And they're this like new outfit of musicians from the UK that have played in various projects and have been like friends for years and years. So you get these musicians that are so well practiced in their particular craft and with their instrument that they brought to this new project. And so I think everyone's just kind of a master of what they do, and they were able to fit together like this perfect psychedelic puzzle. And I hope that they continue making a lot more music for us, because that was another one that like was such a delightful surprise, because I had no expectations going into to pressing play on that record. And I ended up listening to it twice straight through. Like first listen, I was like, oh, once is just definitely not enough for this. So I'm so happy that's one that connected with you.
Larry, did you have any records like that this year that you went into like without any expectations and then it just caught you?
For sure. The Jelly Haha record.
Yes.
Yeah.
That and the Negi Jemi record, I kind of got hit to at the same time, and both of them had the same effect. I was just like, oh, God, I listened to both of them over and over, for sure. Killer records, drawing back on, especially Negi Jemi, kind of giving you that, like, very early 90s kind of alt pop thing that's got, like, drum breaks and stuff. That's the sweetest spot for me. Every time. And Jelly Ha was just so like aggressively weird and poppy and fun, and like, I don't know, kind of snarky.
Yeah.
Really, really dug.
Like
Big
delightfully wacky.
Yeah.
So delightfully wacky. And I was just talking about this album the other day, saying that it reminds me of some stuff I would have liked, like maybe in the early aughts.
Mm-hmm.
Like it has that sort of flavor to it, and maybe something I would have really liked when I was wearing like a lot of American Apparel and, you know, drank a lot of vodka, because I get that sort of vibe from her. But
Sparks era.
Yes, but it works.
God.
It still works so well with me at the age of 41. And that's another one, too, where I press play and listen to the whole thing. Also, can speak from experience that it will make you drive pretty fast. Like, there's just a lot of, like, driving beats to that record that are super fun. But, yeah, I love that album. So, Switcheroo from Jelly Haha.
Goes on tour and comes here, because it's like she's got her live show dialed in a certain way. I've watched a bunch of videos. Like, she's got dancers, they're on trampolines, they've got props they're doing. It's a trip. So I would love to see that under the lights.
Jelly, please come to KEXP if you're hearing this.
Pull up.
Yeah. Trampolines will fit in the live room. We can confirm.
That's right.
We will all, I think, be dancers too, if requested. That's not a problem.
All right. Well, Chris, we wanted to talk about a couple of local records this year.
There's been so much great music coming out of the Pacific Northwest.
Let's talk about it. What were some highlights for you?
One that just recently came out that I was really blown away by is the new record from Jesse Sykes and the Sweet Hereafter. It's their first release since their 2011 album. So it's been a very long time coming, and it's very just like classic folk singer-songwriter, like could not come at a better time in the Pacific Northwest, where like the big dark is here, and I just want to like sit down and listen to some really sad, gut-wrenching music that is also really melodic.
Depression begets depression.
Exactly. You know, I'm leaning into the sadness, baby. Like, that's just where we're at right now. And like the title track, Forever I've Been Being Born, is one that just like has really got its clutches in me.
tone that stands alone 'neath an overarching melody.
This is another one that just really like deals with mortality, and it's just this like gothic Americana that I'm really latching onto right now. What else have you been loving from the Pacific Northwest as of late?
I loved that that debut self-titled packaging record.
Oh my God, it's so good.
It's really good, and it's so nice to see Daniel from Spirit Award making something else that is so solid. Larry, did you listen to that packaging record?
did.
Is there any highlights for you off that album?
I mean, that running through the airport was getting requested so crazy, and it stands up.
Top 10 played on KEXP for months now.
Oh, yeah. Like, since just that first single came out. Like, this is something that KEXP DJs have really latched onto. It's been so cool.
There was a local album that kind of snuck in under the radar that I wanted to give some light to. I thought was really dope. It's a group called Stargazer that has a record called Unheard Stories. They're a bit of a super group. You got Leanie from Prom Queen, you got Bree from Taco Cat, you got Natasha from Some Surprises, and others in that band. And it's just a really cool dream pop record. I think it just came out in October, but highly recommend it. Stargazer with the Gazr at the end. No E.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, so you can find it. And you'll find it on Bandcamp. But I want to recommend that record to folks who love music from Seattle because it's dope.
I miss you in the quiet times. I'm fireside and blue.
Larry, is there anything that we haven't talked about so far that you think the listeners should know about? And I say that as when it comes to this time of year and everybody starts telling you what their favorites of the year are, there's so many things that I haven't heard or haven't listened to.
For sure.
And it becomes one of my favorite parts of the year because then I can start, lining things up for myself that I've missed throughout the year. And how could we possibly keep up with everything?
It's
what are we,
impossible.
Chris Sanley?
Yeah, exactly.
But I love this is the time of year because it gives me lots of things to listen to.
Yeah.
So is there something that I've missed or listeners have missed that you think they should hear?
Probably. I mean, there's so many. I've got like my number one, but before I get to that, things on my list. Benjamin Booker's Lower. Loved that record. Came out very early this year. The Spelling record. I thought that was incredible. That's definitely on my list.
And you love her.
I love her. She's great.
She's a very nice person.
She is. Yeah. Hip hop wise, Mike, Earl Sweatshirt, Larry June and 2 Chainz, Mobb Deep, De La Soul, of course, Saba, so much good stuff. Bad Bunny, Killer record.
Ella viene por ahí y nunca llega sola. Ella nunca llega sola. Todos los bandidos sueltan la pista. Esta noche lo que hay.
So, highly recommend those. But my number one, we talked about this before, Nourished by Time, The Passionate Ones. Absolute banger. I am astounded by Marcus Brown, I believe is his name. And really, really, really dope artist. It's such a unique blend of like kind of 90s alt-rock, emo-isms, times New Jack Swing with like this big sweeping redemptive gospel energy. It's like black indie kid. It touches my like high school me in a way that I wish I'd had this music back then. Some of my favorite things do that. I think he's amazing. I saw him live this year at Barboza. It was packed to the gills, totally sold out. They were scalping tickets for like $1,000 to get into Barboza. The kids were screaming along to like Baby, Baby.
Can I get you undressed? Baby, 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 baby. The evidence was haunting, the world kept evolving. If you can bomb Palestine, you can bomb Bonds.
And Max Potential.
I'm gonna go insane. I'm loved by you. If my heart should stop break, it was overdue. If I'm gonna go insane.
Rocked me. Live, even better. So I'm so on the Nourished by Time train, and I want more people to jump on. So that's a big one for me.
All right. Well, it has been so much fun to speak with both of you. Thanks for all of your lovely additions to this. And we're going to put a playlist together of all the songs and albums mentioned today so folks can listen. Thanks for coming by.
Thank you, Evie.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's been fun.
You can listen to all the music featured on In Our Headphones by following our In Our Headphones playlists, available on both Spotify and YouTube. KEXP is an independent, nonprofit radio station and arts organization. This podcast, along with all of our programming, is made possible because of the generous support of our listeners. If you'd like to make a gift to KEXP, you can do so at kexp.org. And if you enjoy In Our Headphones, please write us a review wherever you get your podcasts. In Our Headphones is hosted by me, Evie Stokes, and produced by Lilly Anna Fowler. Audio was mastered by William Myers. Serafima Healy provided production support, and our associate editorial director is Dusty Henry. Our theme song is Gospel for a New Century by Eve Toomer. If you have feedback, you can reach us at headphones@kexp.org.